Kick off your shoes. Take off your trousers. Remove any large chunks of earwax or other detritus from your ears. Relax. This is the Shit Things in Reading Plopcast. Shit Things in Reading, stirring the Reading pot with a shitty stick. Okay, Plopcast, we've got a great show lined up for you here with a real steaming hot pile of audio content for you to enjoy. Kicking things off, we've got an interview with a man about a sheep. Then after that, we have a very special local celebrity profile where we explore the wacky, drunk and divorced world of everyone's favourite local spoon thrower, Chris Tarrant. Coming up after that, we have a little chat to a man from a local band, finding out which bar in Reading doubles as a set location for pornography. Then, coming up after that, we've got some people off of the Reading Beer Festival to hear from. And closing out the show, we take an exclusive look at the Are You Listening Festival, which is coming up soon, and we hear from one of the organisers. That's all to come on this edition of the Shit Things in Reading podcast. So stay tuned.
The Shit Things in Reading Plopcast, sponsored by the Provincial Grand Lodge of Berkshire Freemasonry, putting the secret into secret society since 1773. Do you believe in a supreme being? Are you oddly obsessed with the story of King Solomon's temple? Do you fancy a Thursday night out of the house away from her indoors where you can reel off long memorized passages and eat roast potatoes? Well, the Provincial Grand Lodge of Berkshire Freemasonry are currently looking for new members. Freemasonry offers order, structure, fraternity, community, ritualism, nepotism, elitism, silly handshakes, and a great way to get off speeding tickets to its members. And it's open to everyone, provided you're male, white, middle class, and a good egg that can be trusted. The Provincial Grand Lodge of Berkshire Freemasonry. One vision, one trouser leg rolled up, one world government.
Now it's time for the part of the show called Interview with a Vampire, where we interview a vampire. Or if we can't find a vampire, we interview someone else. For this podcast, we couldn't get a vampire because we don't know any, but we could get the man who made a local museum go viral on the internet. He's the man off of the Museum of Excellent Rural Lambs who recently made them trend super big on the tweets after doing a Twitter that got some 30,000 retweets and 100,000 likes, which for anyone who doesn't understand digital or social media marketing is well good. We caught up with him in a field in Reading Town Centre. Hello, guest.
Hello.
Who are you and what is the Museum of Excellent Rural Lambs?
I'm Adam Kazari, and the Museum of English Rural Life is a museum exploring the English countryside, its history and people. And we thought the best place to do this is in the middle of Reading.
What is a museum?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that shit, thanks. Back in the Empire, basically, the British stole a lot of stuff and they needed somewhere to put it. So they put them in these things called museums. And then they needed to come up with ways of making it useful. So we basically started teaching everyone about the places we stole the stuff from. Our one was only founded in 1951, though. So we didn't really steal much. We just kind of bought it or were given it by farmers and that.
What happened with this Twitter then?
Well, basically, the museum did a meme. We had this really amazing, quite thick RAM. So we did a tweet about it, so saying, look at this absolute unit. And it turns out everyone agreed it was an absolute unit. So a lot of people retweeted it. A lot of people liked it. And now we have a lot more followers who think that's all we do rather than all the things the museum actually does.
Why should people go to museums?
A very basic reason is they're one of the few free civic spaces we have left in this age of commercialisation and austerity. Plus, they can give you a proper context and grounding to where you live and why things are the way they are.
Why should people go to your museum?
Well, we've got a lot more than just absolute units. Our collections are amazing. I mean, they're stuffed with the creative, weird, mundane and astonishing variety of the English countryside. If you're interested in design, folklore, local history, rural traditions, naive art, ceramics, engineering, almost anything under the sun, at least under the sun in the countryside, then our museum, library and archive is here for you.
I recently went to a museum in northern France on holiday so that I could have a poo. It cost €7 to get in, but it was well worth it because the beer's quite strong there and I'd eaten quite a lot of croissants. Do you have toilets?
I'm really glad you said that because I've been keeping track of my favourite heritage poos too. My top two are in the toilets on top of the Vatican, which is quite satisfying as an ex-Catholic. And I also did one in Parliament, which I had to hold in special, and it gave me stomach cramps on the bus there. Our toilets at the museum aren't quite as satisfying as that, but they do get the job done.
Are there any other museums or clever people things in Reading that people should do a quick look at?
Yeah, well, Reading Museum is amazing, as well as the university zoology and archaeology museums, which are so small people usually don't realise they exist. And the Abbey ruins are reopening in June too. And I guess you could also enrol at the University of Reading.
Is this interview over?
Yes.
Have you enjoyed this natural, organic, and in no way pre-recorded or heavily edited interview?
I don't know what you're talking about. I've enjoyed this very personal face-to-face encounter with a fellow person.
How likely are you to recommend being interviewed for the Shit Things in Reading Plopcast to a friend?
On a scale of absolute units, probably 2 rams and a stillborn lamb.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much, guest, and goodbye.
Havisham Heights Pirate Radio Station. Sundays, 3 p.m, playing the best in Bangor.
Come to the Bugle, a traditional English pub with contemporary music.
The Cupid Death March. Every Sunday. Cupid.
Welcome to the part of the show that we like to call Local Celebrity Profile, a cleverly named segment where we like to profile a local celebrity. This time out on Local Celebrity Profile, or LCP, as it's already becoming widely known, we're going to be talking about the spoon-throwing, drink-driving, train-loving one-man phenomenon that is Sir Christopher Tarrant, OBE, MBE, WBA and IBF. Born Chris Akabusi Tarrant, Chris Tarrant is widely known by many as a presenter of such television programmes as Who Wants to Be Rich and Michael Portillo's Railway Journeys. But did you know that Reading-born Chris Tarrant was actually around back in the olden days? Now, you may remember him for laughing at stupid Japanese people on Tarrant on TV in the 1990s, or if you're elderly, you may remember him for bullying Lenny Henry and covering children in cream on Tiswas back in the 70s. Currently banned from driving for being, as the judge put it, completely fucking arsehole behind the wheel, some say that if you go to the Berkshire village where Tarrant lives and say, "Hoo-hoo," into a mirror 3 times and listen very carefully, you can hear the sound of him chuckling and revving the engine of his massive Range Rover in the wind. Others say that's because he continues to drive. Tarrant's known for his many hilarious catchphrases, including, "Is that really your answer? Look, just ask the bloody audience. I'll be fucked if I'm giving you that. Do you want to phone a taxi?" And, "Evening, officer, what seems to be the problem?" Chris Tarrant is also a large Reading United fan and says that he supports the team whatever the weather, even if it's raining, he told the Reading Chronicle in an interview back in 1998. He's friends with former Reading Rovers owner Sir John Medeski, but claims that their annual 6-week holidays to Cambodia are strictly business trips and would like to reiterate that no criminal charges have ever been brought against the pair. Tarrant once threw a spoon at a bloke in a curry house, but has since claimed that this was just ribald balty banter. Chris Tarrant is and remains Reading's biggest star, and we'd like to raise a glass to him, and then drink the contents of that glass, then several more, and then drive over a roundabout on our way home. Here's to you, Chris. Cheers!
Hey there! Hello there! Hiya, it's Chris Tarrant. I'm here to be a millionaire. Oh, hello. It's
Chris Tarrant, I'm nice to talk to me. Hello there. Hiya, it's Chris Tarrant. I'm here to give you an ear. Hello. Hi, it's Chris Tarrant.
I'm a follower of Elvis. I'm not a copy of Elvis. There's no one else who is like Elvis. I have been showing Elvis in town for about 29 years. The one and only King of Rock and Roll.
Nice, though. I like it, boy. Heard Las Vegas.
Hi, Elvis. What made you decide to come to Reading?
Oh, well, you know, to tell you the truth, I started out here. I think the first shows that I worked was down here.
Do you remember one location you worked here in Reading?
Every little town here. Man, you name it, I've been there. You know, really, I've been all over.
What do you think of Park Sheriff?
I like it.
Elvis, can you
Really
give
enjoy
us...
it.
I understand with all the big venues you play on, why you chose the She Smiths with Full Brigada for your comeback.
Well, they asked me to do it, and I was anxious to do some live appearances. You know, it'd been a long time since I've been on stage in front of anybody live. And I was anxious to do some live appearances, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to get in front of the people.
You ever seen the inside of a door before?
Never have. It scares them. It's a big place, man, you know.
Band interview.
Who are you?
I'm Stefan. I'm the vocals for Who Killed Nancy Johnson.
Who's Nancy Johnson?
Nancy Johnson is a band that doesn't exist anymore. The name came from a photography exhibition. Someone saw this picture with a dressing table with a load of prescription medications all made out to Nancy Johnson. I thought it'd be a good name for a band.
Who killed Nancy Johnson?
Well, I guess I did, because I joined the band in 2015. When I joined, the sound of the band started to change, and we decided that we needed a new name, sort of a bit edgier to kind of reflect the new material. So we came up with the name Who Killed Nancy Johnson as a kind of a nod to the old band, but a way of, you know, creating the new band. So I guess you could say that Who Killed Nancy Johnson actually killed Nancy Johnson.
Describe your music in 3 words.
Angular, energetic, and aggressive.
Describe your music in 2 words.
Well, I guess we're mainly influenced by bands like Wire and Magazine and Black Flag, so art punk.
18 words.
Describe your music in 1 word.
Unmissable.
Describe your relationship with your parents growing up in 1 word.
Spiky, I guess.
What's your favourite gig venue to play in Reading?
Well, let's think. We've played Ready Pop, we've played the Face Bar, we've played Sakura, I think it's Sakura, something like that, and Global Cafe. Global Cafe's probably got the best food. Sakura has got ping pong, which you don't often find in venues. Then we've got Ready Pop, probably has the best backline, and a good promoter too, Club Velocity. Steve Siddle does a great job down there. But the Face Bar, I'd probably give it to the Face Bar. It's got this kind of faded, sort of sleazy glamour to it, which I kind of like. I'm a Londoner, and I used to go to the Hammersmith Palais. It reminds me a little bit of that, and just the kind of tackiness of everything, but tacky in a good way. I'm told by someone who probably wouldn't want to be named that it was once used as a location for a porn film, and maybe the atmosphere of sleaze comes from the fact that they've never really got round to cleaning off the upholstery and the carpets after that. I don't know. Oh yeah, and I forgot we played the Purple Turtle as well. And actually, right, final count, I'll give it to the Purple Turtle in the end, because it's a nice colour, but mainly because it was really unfairly criticised, I thought, by someone. I don't know who. Someone a while ago I read online had actually called it the worst night spot in Reading, which just seems ridiculous to me. I mean, it's got a nice big outdoor area in the summer. That must be quite nice if you're a young person, you know. And the sound's decent. It's got wheat beer. Yeah, I'll give it to the Purple Turtle. There we go. Last minute candidate.
Give us a short, serviceable and relevant anecdote.
No, I won't, because we're a punk band, and it's a point of principle, really. At least once a day, we refuse a direct instruction. So, no.
Go on then. Pimp your next gig or something.
We've only just finished playing in Reading, so we haven't actually got a Reading gig to plug at the moment. But we've got our website, wknancyj.com, or you can just go to Google or Facebook or whatever else you use and just look for Who Killed Nancy Johnson. There's only one of us. You'll find us quite easily. And you can find out all about our EP, a download EP, which came out in February. And also we've got a CD that we're flogging at gigs. We should be back in Reading before the end of the year. So if you come and see us at a gig, we'll sell you a CD with a full-length CD of magnificent music for only £7. In the meantime, you can go online, you can listen to all our stuff on Bandcamp, and that's all pay what you want, so you can get it as cheap as you want.
We will play 60 seconds of one of your songs, and that's it. You can introduce it now.
Okay, so this is a song called Alien.
This interview is over.
Bryce Wooden here. This week I'm going undercover to infiltrate the team behind the Reading Beer and Cider Festival, taking place between the 3rd and 6th of May. Christchurch Meadows, £21.40 with 4 half pints in a souvenir glass. Let's go undercover. Hi sir, I'm just going to ask you a few questions, but first, take this stick and put it somewhere uncomfortable. No, not that way.
That way round.
That's it. You got it. Feel good?
Excellent.
Okay, well, what's your name and what do you do?
Hello, my name's Ed. I'm the site manager at the Reading Beer and Cider Festival.
Hi Ed, what's your favourite beer here?
My top beer, based purely on the name, is going to have to be Red Dwarf, because I love it.
In 2018? Okay. Anyway, what should I do with the beers inside of it?
Thing to do at the beer festival, apart from drinking beer or cider, obviously, there's going to be a horn stall selling Viking drinking horns, which is new for this year. And as always, there will be the Scorpion Death Chocolate selling stall, which is Oddfellows.
Oddfellows? Okay. Who's this? Who's next?
Hello, I'm Laura, part of site team. I used to work on the bars and I still do a little bit.
I've seen you about. What's your favourite thing about the Beer and Cider Festival?
My favourite things about the beer festival are the cider, which is brilliant.
Yeah, it is.
Olives and Things just do a fantastic selection of olives and things.
Things? What things? Who's this? Who's next?
My name's Dave. I'm the festival organiser.
Oh, the
so
big
this will
cheese.
be my 6th festival that I've been running.
7?
My favourite thing about the beer festival, and I'm sorry to anyone who's turning up as a customer, is it's run entirely by unpaid volunteers. We build it, we've designed it.
Oh, it's lovely design.
By the time we sit and turn up, we're ready to open to customers. The best feeling in the world is to look around you in this gargantuanly huge tent filled with beer and think, we did this.
Yeah.
It was us, and we're not even paid to do this. That's the best feeling in the world.
Is it? You better ask Ed about that stick. How you getting on there, Ed? Feeling good? Feeling good?
Excellent.
Dave, what are your favourite beers here?
So my 3 favourite beers are almost certainly going to be a mental Imperial Russian Stout,
Insane?
a barley wine, and a traditional old-fashioned, very strong IPA.
Oh, what else can I do at the Beer and Cider Festival?
Turn up and play some of the traditional pub games. All the people there are completely mad.
Insane? Like the stout?
just hang out with them, they're a laugh.
Okay, will do. What else can I do? What else?
Turn up to the front of the bands
Okay.
on Friday night or Saturday night and just sing along.
Oh, no. Okay, who's this? Who's next?
Hi, my name's Pat. I'm the
Hi, Pat.
deputy festival organiser.
Best beer?
I don't really have a best
No?
beer because there
Okay.
are so many to choose
No,
from.
no.
But ideally a stout.
Insane?
It's named after a dog, honest.
What is? You okay, Pat? Anyway, what's your favourite sweet?
Skittles.
Are they a bit childish?
Real pub Skittles.
All the other ones. What else can I do?
Another thing to do other than games is
Okay.
look around for the
Lion?
Leonardo in that's
What?
the logo
Dangerous.
lion in his
Oh, logo.
previous incarnations, and you should
Is he a
see quite
snake?
few.
Okay, who's this? Who's next?
Hi, my name's Patrick. I'm a site team medium working for the Reading Beer Festival.
Yeah, we gathered that.
I do a little bit of dabbling in social media as well.
MySpace? Okay, hit me with your beers.
My top 3 beers at the festival, well, they would all be a brewery called Vibrant Forest.
Is it
as it's
Blue
one of my
Forest?
favourite breweries down in the New Forest.
New Forest, yeah, I've been there. You've been there? You've been there? You've been there, Pat?
I've spent many a happy summer going down there and visiting their brewery shop, which I would definitely recommend you do. if
Okay,
you're down
they sell
there.
beer? What are your stalls?
Top 3 stalls, the Oddfellows chocolate.
Insane?
Especially the chili one.
Yeah.
Martin's Jerk Meats, My
Yeah.
Bristol Pony again is a very good choice, especially if they've got their smoked salmon jerky.
Salmon? Is that fish? What do you do at the beer festival anyway, Pat?
All I do at the beer festival is drink, so I'm
I can
what
tell.
a lot of people call a scooper.
I think you've had
I
enough,
go
Pat.
around and try all these specialty beers.
Okay, Pat. What about someone who's not been to the beer side of the festival before?
I would definitely recommend, if
Yeah,
you've never been
okay.
to the festival before, definitely come down and see us.
I haven't.
Definitely come down and try a
I
few
will.
beers. And,
I will.
Yeah, it's a really good day out.
Okay. Now, one more thing. Everyone sing along with me. You ready? Om, 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 om,
There was no place like it in the world like Huntley and Palmer when I was a youngster. No place in the world like it. And it was so fabulous. Now it's shrunk down to almost nothing, you see. People from all over the world came here. When I was small, I even got lost at Huntley and Palmer. But they found me. On the biscuits. And we used to sleep on the biscuits here. Sleep overnight. They don't do that anymore. Things changed, you see. They don't sleep anymore on the biscuits.
Now it's time for us to talk at you about local events. Saturday, 28th of April 2018 sees a return of the popular one-day multi-venue music event, the Are You Listening Festival. Tickets are £25 and some of that cash, organisers claim, goes to MenCap. Locations putting on gigs this year include the Oakford Social Club, Milk, the Purple Turtle, Sub 89, South Street, the Rising Sun Arts Centre, St Lawrence's Church, the basement of W.H. Smith, Nando's on Friar Street, Nando's at the Riverside, the old public toilets in Cemetery Junction, Kate Winslet's Auntie's Greenhouse, and a skip outside the Trooper Potts. There are over 901 bands playing the festival this year, and here are just some of them. The Lovely Eggs, The Surfing Magazines, Plump DJs, Have You Seen the Jane Fonda Aerobics VHS, Warm Digits, Slug, Vienna Ditto, Here Are the Young Men and Uncle Peanut, Nobody's Birthday, The Bullmersh Ensemble, Tiny Giant, Drugstore Romeos, Eat Daddy Eat, David Byrne's Jumpers, Rubbish in the Wind, My Forgotten Memories, Dominoes for Beginners, Enter Shit Band Name Here, My School Was Bad, The Dutch Rudders, Brandy Butter, Gokwan's Hot Wok, Shoes Off in the House, A Day Without Bread, Upside Down Yogurt, Your Mum's House is Shit, Let Me Off This Bus, Yakult, Paint a Picture of Les Dennis, Smashed Up TV, Frankie Goes to Spencer's Wood, Parcel for Number 57, Cheddar Cheddar Gorge, Fuck Dogs, Heroin Bad Boys, DJ Dipshit, DJ Shitstick, DJ Chipsticks, MC Robert Kilroy Silk, David Jason's Kids, Mince,
Luton Rubdown, the Warwick Davis Experience, and the Zootons. We're excited about the festival, and we'll see you all there, guys. Okay.
We've been the Warwick Davis Experience. Just finish on the trumpet solo. No, the trumpet solo. We need
Right to reply.
My name is John Joe Warwick, and I'm from Are You Listening Festival, which is taking place on Saturday, 28th of April 2018 in Reading Town. The festival is in support of Reading MenCap, which is a local learner disability charity. They're entirely independent of the National MenCap charity, and all of the money that we raise is in aid of their charity. It goes towards them and funding all the great work they do with people with learning disabilities and their families and friends, and supporting them all. The festival takes place across Reading Town Centre, across 7 different venues: Milk, Oakwood Social Club, Purple Turtle, Rising Sun Arts Centre, St Lawrence Church, South Street Arts Centre, and Sub 89. And we've got loads of fantastic artists of all different kinds of genres playing. Headlining the festival, we have Field Music, who've been nominated for a Mercury Prize and have been on tour with their own hand-picked orchestra and done film soundtracks. We've also got Idols, who are one of our headliners. They were Band of the Year for most people and Album of the Year in 2017. We've also got internationally renowned breakbeat DJs, Plump DJs, playing, who've done everything from a 10-year residency at Fabric to closing Arcadia at Glastonbury to 45,000 ravers, so we're really excited to have them. We make an effort to have 75% plus local bands to support the local scene. Fantastic local bands we've got include Self-Help, Twin Sun, Saltwater Sun, Animal House, Vienna Ditto, Ben Marwood, and Ashley Author. We've also got loads of fantastic touring bands including AKDK, Mush, Warm Digits, Have You Ever Seen the Jane Fonda Aerobic VHS, and Carnival Youth. Festival tickets are £25 on the day or $22.50 in advance, and they can be bought at areyoulisteningfestival.org.uk. On the day, we're going to have our own beer, which we've teamed up with West Berks Brewery to brew. It's called the Are You Listening Festivale, and we're going to be selling it at all of the bars to make extra money from every pint sold going to Reading MenCap. We've also teamed up with Honest Burger, who are going to do our own Are You Listening burger on the day, and for every burger sold, they're going to give £1 to Reading MenCap again. Since we've started, we're really proud. We've raised more than £45,000 for Reading MenCap, and we're going to keep going. And this is our 6th year, and it's going to be the biggest one yet. We can't wait.
Thank you for waiting at Reading Borough Council. Your call is important to us. Thank you for waiting at Reading Borough Council.
Well, that's that. This was the first Plopcast from the nubile and sexy minds that bring you shit things in Reading. If you enjoyed it, please listen to it again. Feel free to oil up the necessary regions and masturbate as you do so. Then like, share, subscribe, retweet, Snapchat, Grindr, and post the link far and wide. We need your help. Post it on your blog, on far-right extremist forums, on the dark web, on your MySpace and Bebo accounts. Graffiti about us in public toilets. Interrupt meals and sexual contact to tell your friends, relatives, colleagues and ex-spouses they should listen to us. If you'd like to feature in a future Plopcast, you can. Just message us on the Facebook page and we'll promote your event, band, company, Guinness World Record attempt or upcoming court appearance. You can tell us about things that are coming up in Reading, charity dues, gigs, anything you like. You can even admit to a string of violent crimes. We might feature you, we might ignore you, but we'll never report you to Thames Valley Police. That's a promise. Until next time, people of Reading, goodbye.
Written and performed by Steve Tarrant and Alex Rhodes. Both awful people. Bye. Riot